Hey, it's Alex here, and in this video I'm going to show you the 3 things that you absolutely need in order to scale to 10,000 plus per day. Now there's a lot of misunderstanding and misconceptions about scaling. I'm going to cover everything in this video and show you exactly what you need so you can prepare yourself for when you find that winning product. So stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that you need in order to scale profitably and consistently is an app which tracks profit and losses in real time. So it tells you your cost of goods sold, your Facebook ad spend, your revenue, your gross profit, your net profits, all these metrics in real time, and it just updates automatically as it syncs with like Shopify and your Facebook ad account. So if we just log in, you'll be able to see my dashboard, and you'll be able to see kind of what the metrics it tracks. So it's a great app, and it's super useful for basically just keeping up to date and knowing exactly where your numbers are. And this is so much better than just using simply the Shopify dashboard, because all that tells you is your revenue. It doesn't tell you how profitable you are, whether or not you're making money, your exact profit margins. So in this app it tracks in real time as it syncs directly with like AliExpress, your Facebook ads manager, so you can see your ad spend here, your revenue, your cost of goods sold from AliExpress. So it's a great app to use. Just make sure, yes, it's from the 8th of February. So as you can see, the exact kind of metrics for this day. So you know your net margin, your gross margin, your net profit. So it's a great way, and it paints the full picture of exactly how your business is doing. Because just because you're doing a lot of revenue doesn't really mean that your business is running that well, because you could be losing money. So this is from a niche store, or it's based around one product store, which I identify this product through my general store, and I have a US supplier for this product, which I'm currently scaling in the US with this. And then once Chinese New Year's over, I will be transitioning to more global suppliers in China and so forth, so I can scale worldwide, because this product has a lot of potential. So this app's also great if you've got more than one store, so you can track each store and have them up here. So if we just go on my general store now, this is the store that I use to mainly test products with, and I still do scale products, but now I'm more transitioning into more niche stores and one product stores to scale these products further. So if we just click on that there, and then just change the dates up here to, so we want to go back to probably around about August, and then through to today's date, or the start of February. So just click that there, and then click apply. So as you can see, all the metrics, and this is from the 1st of August all the way to the 2nd of February 2019. So as you can see, it's got over 28,000 orders, over $1 million in revenue, over 300,000 in cost of goods sold. So the overall profit, when you take into account the $530,000 ad spend, is 184,000 off of this revenue. So although the Shopify dashboard does give you insights, it's not kind of the overall picture of what's actually going on. So you need to look into how much you are spending. So this is a great app to track all that. You can see the exact net margin. So after everything, all the costs and so forth, about 17% the net margin was. And then you've got all like kind of your customer lifetime value and so forth. So it's a great app, and I advise anybody who starts scaling to download this app as soon as possible and integrate it into all your accounts, so you know exactly what's happening in real time. Okay, so another thing that you need in order to scale is you need to know the dangers of scaling. Without this information and without this knowledge, it can be very risky if you're trying to scale, especially to like 10k per day, because you could end up losing a lot of money and have a lot of like annoyed customers. So what you need to do is these 5 things before you start to really scale into big numbers. So you need to audit the product quality. So you need to order the product from your supplier, from the exact supplier that you're using to scale, and just check the product, make sure it does exactly what it says it does, that it doesn't break in the post, and that it's actually a decent quality and customers aren't going to want to like return it. So you're not going to get loads of chargebacks and returns. Also, you need to hire a customer service VA. This is really important, because as your order count starts to grow to like 50 to 100 orders per day, you get a lot of customer service emails, and you don't want your attention being pulled from your ads manager and scaling your ads into doing things like customer service and getting tracking numbers for your customers, because that's not really what you want to do. you want to be scaling your business, not doing this sort of stuff. So if you kind of constantly getting distracted doing this, then you're not going to be able to scale your business properly. And thirdly, you need to update PayPal tracking numbers. So you need to ensure that this is fully tracked within your PayPal account, so that when PayPal audit your business to make sure that it's operating properly and that they're being fair to customers, you have data there backed up, so you can just show it to them, and it will reduce the reserve time on your capital, because PayPal end up holding a lot of money, particularly for dropshipping businesses, because they want to check to make sure you're doing things properly. So this can massively affect cash flow if they hold it for like 90 days. You're not going to receive your funds, so it becomes very hard to scale your business because you have less net working capital. And fourthly, you need a highly organized ads manager, because when you're scaling, particularly when you've got huge budgets, if ads start to go wrong or they don't perform as well, like your ROAS dips for a day, you need to be able to be very proactive in ensuring that you amend your ads manager accordingly to ensure that you don't lose a lot of money. And you need to be constantly tweaking things and checking your ads manager all the time. And finally, you need a product sourcing agent, ideally, when you start to scale, rather than doing it through AliExpress. You need to bring down that processing time, the shipping time, and have everything organized more kind of efficiently. And so having a product sourcing agent means you can get the product to the customer as quickly as possible, and so it's going to reduce all this sort of stuff like your customer service, and is also going to reduce the likeliness that PayPal hold your funds for longer. So bear these things in mind before you start to scale. Okay, so finally, the third thing that you need in order to scale is you need capital. So you need savings in the bank or access to cash for when you start to scale, particularly if you want to scale quickly and attain more market share for the product or for your winning product. So ideally, you'll have savings in the bank when you start to scale. So ideally about $2,000 plus. Now, a lot of people say you can start a business with $200 or $500. That's true. You can definitely go out there and test a few products and find a winning product easily with $500. There's no question about that. But if all you've got in the bank is that $500, that when you start to scale, it's going to be very hard to really scale to decent volume, because when you receive money, like, there can be delays in actually getting the cash, particularly if you're using Shopify payments. It can take a few days, 3-4 days before you actually receive the cash. Also with PayPal, they hold funds, and so you're going to need backup like capital reserves in order to scale. And if you want to scale quickly, your ad spend goes up very, very quickly into the thousands per day. So if all you've got in your bank is like $200 or $500, it's going to be very hard to really kind of scale to a decent level. So there's a few different things you can do to overcome this for if you do lack savings in your bank. So the first thing that you can do is have support from family and friends. So maybe take a loan from your parents if you can, maybe like $1,000, and then pay them back as you start to scale and make money. Or you can give them equity in your business. So you can say, oh, you can have like 10% of the profits going forward, is another way to do it. Another way, but this, you have to be very careful with this, is to use a credit card. You don't want it to get out of hand, but this is kind of a last resort option if you have no other kind of alternative and you really want to scale your winning product. And finally, the best option, definitely, and this is what I did, is to have a side job for guaranteed cash flow. Now, this is like really important. So say you earn $2,000 per month in your side job, and your bills and like living expenses are $1,000. That means you have $1,000 excess cash every single month that you can input into your dropshipping business, and it's guaranteed cash flow. So it's great for if you want to scale and for when things don't go well, because dropshipping isn't like a certain business. There's a lot of uncertainty, and so it's great to have another source of income for a rainy day that you can just input into your business, and it's great for when you want to scale. So this is definitely the best option. So if you've not got much savings in your bank and you haven't got a job, definitely advise to have a day job or a side job on top of your dropshipping business. And yes, it will be hard work. You will be working a lot because you'll have a job and then you've got to work on your business. But this is kind of what it takes now to be successful with dropshipping. So don't listen to when people say all you need is $200. to start a dropshipping business. Yes, you can start, but you're not going to be able to scale. So this is the honest truth of where you need to be financially in order to scale your dropshipping business. That's it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found lots of value in this video. Remember to implement right away what I've said and prepare yourself for when you do find that winning product, so you know exactly what you need to do to scale consistently and without running out of cash and so forth. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment down below. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.